All right, so lesson 311 was all about transforming a shape by reflecting it across a line. So transform or transformation is a really big word that just means some sort of change has occurred. Reflection is one type of transformation. So today we're also going to learn about rotations and translations, which also fit under the category of transformation because they are a form of change. Amanda is thinking about reflecting triangle ABC. What happens when triangle ABC is reflected across line N to form triangle A prime, B prime, C prime? And then you also reflect that one across line P to form triangle A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. So first, if I'm going to reflect this, remember from the previous lesson that B, which is currently 3 squares away from the line of reflection, is going to still be 3 lines away. It's also going to be directly across, making a 90-degree angle with the line of reflection. We're going to label it as B prime. Same idea with C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then up 3 over 2, because when we reflect, we get a shape that is congruent. So it's not going to get bigger or smaller. We know it's going to stay the same size and shape. So once you get the first couple points, you can always use what you know about the shape to continue drawing it. But if I were to connect, say, A to A prime, you would notice that it would also make a 90-degree angle with the line of reflection N. Now let's say I'm going to reflect this first image, A prime, B prime, C prime, over the line P to get a second reflection, which is going to have the double primes. C prime is 1, 2, 3, 4 away from that line of reflection. And so I'm going to go the other way, 1, 2, 3, 4 away from the line of reflection, and that's going to be C double prime. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that's going to be double prime. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for A double prime. And you're going to notice that even after 2 reflections, still congruent. I actually think I'm off by 1 point. I think this one actually belongs here. And I think this one actually belongs here because I think I miscounted on the first one. So they do say congruent, same size, same shape. And you will notice that all of them line up. So like B, B prime, and B double prime, if you made one straight line, they would make a 90-degree angle with N and P. What happens when triangle ABC is reflected across line N to form the first and second images, prime and double prime? It gets flipped and then it gets flipped again. So the orientation actually returns to the original orientation where you had sort of B on the right and C on the left. Once you do the 2 reflections, B double prime is on the right and C double prime is on the left. So it gets flipped over once, then flipped again. And because of the 2 flips, it goes back to its original orientation. Also another word for kind of like direction. Amanda analyzed her results from part A. It looks like triangle ABC just slid over. Sliding a shape from its original position to a new position is called a translation. So a translation, another word for that, is a slide. For example, the ice cream cone at the right has been translated but not reflected. Notice that the image of the ice cream cone has the same orientation. So like you've got like the little cherry stem sticking out to the right. You've got the drip on the right. In the second one, you still have the little stem sticking over to the right and the drip on the right. So it is not turned or flipped. It has not been rotated. It has not been reflected. It is just a translation. Examine your results from part A. Has it been translated when you go from A prime to A double prime? And we would say that one is a no, right? From the second shape to the third shape is not a translation. That one has definitely been flipped or reflected. But if you looked at the double prime, has it been translated from the original? We said yes, because it's the same size, same shape. And it was just a slide, or translation in this case, from triangle ABC. Sometimes people refer to the translations, the slides, like a chess piece where you just slide the chess piece around the board. So you can think of the slide or the translation like a chess piece sliding across the board.